the introduction to Python. So in this video, I'm going to cover the concepts that why Python is important. Next, I'm going to cover the history of Python. And next, I'm going to give you some points that why the Python is different from other programming language. And next, I'm going to give you that what companies are going to use the Python. Okay, next, using Python, what applications we are going to develop. And next, we are going to learn that what are the different editors used for programming. Okay, so these are the concepts what we are going to cover in this video. The first thing is that why Python is important. So as per my knowledge, some of the points I have been highlighted here. First point is that Python is very easiest programming language. Comparing with other programming language, it is very easier. It is very nearer to our our fluent language. Next, programs can be easily writable, readable, and understandable. So using Python programming, we can able to write easily, we can able to read easily, and also which is very easy for understanding also. So the other point is that it is running on multiple platforms. It can able to run on multiple platforms. So it may be any operating system, Windows or Mac operating system, Linux or Unix or any platform you take on any platform, it is going to run here. Okay, that is one more important point. And next thing that in Python there are so many standard libraries which are already created. We can use the libraries and import into our program, and we can run our program successfully. So that is another main point here. And next one, the most important thing is that it is been nowadays used in different areas. The first most area is that in data science, and next in artificial intelligence. So in writing some algorithms in machine learning, deep learning, in neural networks, and in development of games, and in development of web applications in different areas, now the Python is being used here. So this is the most reason for us for creating this video here. So these are the some of the points which I highlighted here. Next, we are going to see the history of Python. So in the history of Python, how when the Python has been started here. So it was started in the late 1980 here. So in the 1980 itself, the Python programming has been started. So when it has been released here, so it was released in February 1991. Okay, in the 1990 means it started in 1980s and it has been successfully released in 1990. But who developed this here? So Van Rossum is the author who developed this Python programming. So he is the author, and now after releasing on a particular on that year onwards, the changes are been going on, improved. So some different improvements have been going on, and it has been released with different versions. So the first, the Python is been released with the 1.0 and going on up to 1.6, and then after 2.0, so on 2.7, like that. So up to now we have been having the different 3.10 version is going on in the market. So these are the some points of history of Python. Next, we'll see the differences in other programming language and Python. So in I'm giving some of the points to get you an idea that why the Python is different from other programming language. So the first, I'm taking three programming languages. One is C language, the one is Java, the other one is Python. So first point is that C is a procedure oriented and Java is an object oriented. So if you want to write a procedure oriented programming, or if you want to write an object oriented programming, then it can support in Python. So in the Python we can start writing the procedure oriented programming and also object oriented programming. That is the first most benefit here. And the second thing, in C language and Java language we use mostly compiler. Compiler means it compiles all the instructions once and then it gives you an error when if any error is there. But whereas coming to Python, statement is going on compiling. It means it has been checking. So the interpreter is being used in your Python. That is another benefit. Next, C language is a platform dependent, but Java is dependent, but Python is also a platform independent. So it can run on many other platforms. Next, in C and Java, the variable declarations. So if you want to use any variable, compulsory we should declare the variables for our usage. But whereas coming to Python, there is no need of variable declaration. So anywhere we can use a variable and we can assign the values. There is no need of declaration. That is another most bit. And next, write a program, it is very lengthy, but in Java little bit, but coming to both Python, it's very short comparing with other programming languages. So we can write less code and we can get more benefit in Python. So the other one is that statistically typed. It means that you want to write a function or any class name or anything uh, type with statistical means it totally we want to write, suppose taking example in your Java, if you want to write a class name data input stream, we want to write data, that's totally fully. But whereas coming to here dynamical means when you type some letter, automatically the related letters, classes, methods are being dynamically shown and it is being taken here. That is another differences here. So and the main and the most difference is that to identify the block of statements in C or Java, we use flower braces, means curly braces. But whereas coming to Python, there is no curly braces. We can identify the block of statements by indentation. So in indentation means we used to write the block of statements in a sequence order, in a particular order. So using that indentation, we can identify that what are the block of statements. And so the other thing next, the companies uses Python. So what are the companies using the Python here? So these are the major companies that uses Python here. So Google, Netflix, Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, Shellac, Intel, NASA, Dropbox. These are some companies which are being mostly using to run their web applications and to run their websites. So in that area, in these companies also, they are using Python programming. And next, using Python, what type of applications we can develop. So there are some of applications which have been shown here: web application, desktop applications, console based applications, software, scientific and numeric, business applications, audio based, and enterprise application, 3CAD application, image processing. These are some applications which we are going to develop using Python programming. Okay, next, we'll see the different editors. So if you want to write a programming, generally we use one editor either in the C or Java. But whereas coming to here, for writing a Python programming also, there are multiple editors. So the first, when you install Python programming, the default editor will have is that IDLE. So ideal integrated development and learning environment. And the other most common editor we use here is Jupyter Notebook. And for professionals to develop, they use PyCharm. And for scientific application development, they use Spider. And the Java platform people will use Eclipse PyDeveloper. And the Microsoft people means they develop Visual Studio Code is being used. And the other one, Autumn, Vim. So like that, so many different editors are there. So if you want to run these different editors on one platform, so the most of the people they use software Anaconda. So it is the best software. So in this software we can launch whatever the editor you require on a single platform and you can use that. Okay, so I hope that this video has given you a more brief introduction that what is the importance of Python and the history of Python, and what is the differences between other programming languages, and also the companies where we are going to use this Python, and what are the applications we are going to develop with Python, and what are the different editors we are using for writing the Python programming. Okay, so thank you very much. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share it. Thank you.